What started off as a cute first date idea ended up being a huge wow factor for both of our dental school interviews. Picture this, it's January and I'm taking anatomy with Kathleen, and I'm trying to find a way to invite her to come over to my house so I could cook for her. Kathleen was super involved with dentistry, so I started thinking. I went on Amazon and I scrolled through and I found a suture kit and I thought it was a perfect idea. Chicken breast suture art.
So there I was in my dorm. It was about 10 p.m. and I received a voice memo from NICO, and it was him pretending to be Gordon Ramsay inviting me over for a chicken suturing cooking date at his house.
Would you, Kathleen Sentado, be interested in an all-exclusive chicken breast suturing event tomorrow at 6 p.m. hosted by the God amongst men, the myth, the legend, NICO? This event will tone participants' manual dexterity, teach participants how to properly suture, and most importantly, allow you to get some pretty sick photos for your IG. The event will be topped off with a fine dining, world-class meal prepared and served by Chef Nico Ramsay himself. How could you say no to that? If interested, reply, "Yes, Chef Ramsay, I'll be there." If you'd like to be taken off the contact list, reply "STOP" in all caps. Message and data rates may apply in the rare chance of a participant cutting themselves during the event. Participant agrees they cannot sue the host. However, participant should not worry because in the event she cuts herself, she will be in the hands of an absolute suture god. This offer cannot be combined with any other promotions and cannot be transferred over to any other people. If the participant needs a ride, transportation will be available upon request.
So I had never sutured before, and I thought it would be a fun idea considering I already had developed some feelings for Nico and I kind of wanted to hang out with him outside of school as well as work on my manual dexterity skills. So I said yes to the invitation.
So I went on Google and I pulled up a stencil of a tooth, which we placed on top of the chicken breast and outlined with our knife to create a pattern. So as we mentioned before, Kathleen did not have experience suturing, so I taught Kathleen how to tie continuous suture knots, figure 8 suture knots, as well as standard box sutures. And we spent about an hour suturing and having fun. She started to get very, very good as time progressed, and it was a great, fun, cute day activity. This date idea was clearly a hit, as Kathleen and I have been dating since, and we actually redid this event multiple times, engraving our initials on the chicken breast, teeth, smiley faces, and different things just to practice our suturing and kind of reminisce our first date, which is what we're doing right now actually. And this actually translated very strongly on our dental interviews.
So for example, during one of my interviews, one of the interviewers mentioned how it was such a unique part of my application because they had never seen anything like that.
In one of my interviews, they actually were very impressed because a lot of people have suturing, but we tied art within suturing, putting patterns within our chicken breast, as well as after bringing more manual dexterity within our date by cooking up our chicken breast and creating cool recipes, which we're gonna do after we finish suturing. It just brought a lot of uniqueness to our application, and it's something that I think a lot of people need in their application. There's a lot of people with 4.0s, there's a lot of people with great DAT scores, but what sets you apart from the rest?
This is the final product. One tooth, the other tooth. As you can see, we completely sutured up all the incisions so that you don't see the incision anymore. And now we're going to dispose of the needle. So now we're gonna take these sutures off and we're gonna get to cooking because we're starving. We're gonna be making an avocado pesto chicken pasta.
So the chickens are sutureless. So now we're gonna start with a beating of our chicken just to tenderize it. Now you can flip it over to the other side. Now we're gonna season it. Get some lemon pepper in there. Throw in some onion powder, some paprika. Give it a little bit of a spice. Onion powder. We're gonna rub that in, and then I'm gonna use the unseasoned part of this chicken to get some seasoning from the top. And we have 2 beautifully seasoned chicken breasts with some teeth tattoos on them.
So now we're gonna boil the pasta. We're using whole grain pasta. It's healthier than regular pasta and it tastes exactly the same. This is the first ingredient of our avocado pesto sauce. We put some minced garlic. Now we're going to dice some slices of avocados, second ingredient, into the blender. Yeah, we don't have to put a lot of focus on cutting it nicely because it's all gonna get blended in here. I'm gonna rinse some cilantro and add some of it in. Nico cutting a lime up.
This is about 1.5 limes that we've added to this so far.
Yeah. This is gonna be a very green pesto sauce. This is our pesto mixture. We're gonna add a little bit of water so that it blends easily.
So we just add a little bit of water. We gotta let all those flavors mash together, make a little love potion, as I like to call it. And from there, we created our pesto, blended it up. We don't want it too thin. We want it kind of chunky. We just want to make sure all our ingredients are fully blended. And that is the consistency we are looking for. It's perfect. Now, a lot of pestos do have walnuts or almonds or pecans, but I unfortunately am allergic to nuts. So we did cut the nuts out of the recipe. And to top this off, I'm gonna add some olive oil to our mixture. Take our spoon, mix it all in. And that is looking very, very nice. Take our spoon and mix it. And then I'll give it a little try. Very nice.
So the water is boiling. So it's about time that we're gonna add our whole grain spaghetti. I'm gonna break it up so that it fits in the pot easily.
True Italians are cringing at the sight of her breaking the pasta in half.
Fun fact, before I met Nico, I used to put the pasta in before the water was boiling.
Which is very, very wrong.
Literally, it cooks exactly the same, but he says that
It's just socially not acceptable.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's socially not acceptable. Do any of you guys put your pasta before the water starts boiling in the pot? If you do, comment below. And I will say you will probably get attacked by a bunch of other people in the comments because that's weird, but
it's not
to each your own.
I won't attack you, don't worry.
So we have the pasta boiling.
I'm gonna add a little bit of salt.
And oil.
I'm gonna give it a good stir. Okay, we're gonna let this sit and cook for a little bit and we'll be back when it's ready.
So the chicken finally came out. Now I'm grabbing some of the remaining chicken broth from the air fryer to top off our chicken. Give our pesto a little mix. Drizzle some for chicken, pasta. And then I'm gonna top that with some cilantro leaves.
Topping with some parsley now.
So this is the final product. It's nothing too fancy, but it's very healthy and it's going to be delicious.
So we hope that you recreate our recipe and maybe come up with a cool and unique manual dexterity ideas like ours. But we'll catch you on the next video, but make sure to like and subscribe.